Arsenal have just announced the signing of Declan Rice for £105 million, beating out Manchester City, Manchester United, and Bayern Munich for his signature and smashing the British transfer record. We are a long way from the days of Petr Cech being our only signing of the summer. Before we break down this transfer, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. So who is Arsenal's new main man? Declan Rice has established himself as one of the best and brightest prospects in English football since breaking into West Ham's first team. He joined Chelsea in 2006 at the age of 7, but left in 2014 without breaking into their first team. Afterwards, he joined West Ham's youth setup. Fun fact, on January 12, 2019, Rice scored the only goal in a 1-0 win against Arsenal and was named man of the match. It was his first ever senior goal for West Ham United, and that performance against Arsenal saw him win the Individual Performance of the Season award at their annual ceremony. At 24 years old, Rice has just over 200 appearances for West Ham and leaves his post as club captain. But what will he bring to Arsenal? Declan Rice is much more than a defensive midfielder. He once said, "I am not just a holding midfielder anymore. I was always labeled as one that just sits right in front of the back four. I really now want to see myself as a box-to-box midfielder where I can get up and down and create things as well as getting back and helping the team." Declan Rice is an all-arounder that can replace Xhaka or Partey in the starting 11. One of Declan Rice's biggest strengths is his ability to break down opposition attacks. He won possession in the defensive third 140 times, which is more than any other central midfielder, and 5th overall in the Premier League last season. To put that into perspective for Arsenal, their highest performer in that metric is William Saliba with 112. He was the only player in the Premier League to register 60-plus tackles, interceptions, possessions won in the defensive third, and possession won in the midfield third. At the end of the season, Arsenal's inability to defend transitions was one of the reasons why they conceded so many goals. So it's easy to see why Arsenal would want a player of Rice's quality in the team. When you look at his ball recoveries, a metric in which he tops for outfielders, as well as his forward passes, you can tell that he's really good at turning defense into attack. Declan Rice ranks 3rd for midfielders for forward passes in the Premier League, only behind Rodri and Bruno Fernandes. Declan Rice has been said to have studied tapes of Yaya Toure as well as Patrick Vieira, so it's no surprise that his progressive carries are up there with the best. His progressive carries are 4th most among central and defensive midfielders last season, only behind Joe Willock, Martin Odegaard, and Rodri. This is how he compares to the Arsenal midfielders from last season. As you can see, his interceptions and progressive carries really stand out. Arteta once said this of Liverpool and Virgil van Dijk. When you get past the Liverpool press, you then hit Virgil van Dijk. He then hits a 60-yard pass to Mo Salah and they are out of the press. That is quality. Declan Rice uses this pass a lot, while Arsenal rank pretty low for teams that are likely to use a big switch of play. Probably because there's nobody in the team that can execute it consistently at a high level. Until now, I can already see Declan Rice pinging the perfect pass to Saka. He chipped in with 4 goals and 2 assists for the Hammers last season, which is nothing to be sniffed at from defensive midfield. If he plays left center mid for Arsenal, which a lot of people assume that he will, he'll be tasked with those late man runs into the box. I can see him racking up Xhaka-like numbers in Arsenal's progressive system. Now for the intangibles. Leadership. In Arsenal's best ever periods, there was always big personalities and leaders on the pitch. Winners like Ian Wright, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, and Tony Adams. In the Emirates era, Arsenal have lost that winning mentality that saw them complete domestic doubles in 1998 and 2002 and become invincibles in 2004. Since Arteta's tenure began, there's been a huge focus on recruiting young leaders, and Declan Rice definitely fits that mold. Mark Noble handed Declan Rice the captain's armband at the age of 22. And he led West Ham to their first major trophy in over 40 years. He's a leader for club and country, and it's no surprise that part of Arteta's pitch to Declan Rice was becoming Arsenal's captain in the future. I'm just gonna say the thing. Availability is the best ability. Fun fact, Declan Rice played 80% of the available minutes in his last 5 Premier League seasons. Arsenal's return to the Champions League means their best players will be tasked with playing at a very high level every 4 days. Thomas Partey's injury woes and dips in form have been discussed a lot. And without rehashing everything, I think we can all agree that he just can't be Arsenal's most important player. Declan Rice coming in takes the pressure off of Thomas Partey to be Arsenal's main guy. Declan Rice choosing Arsenal is a big deal. In 2021, Arteta said, "I think this project is going to go bang, but I don't think you could have predicted that Arsenal would beat Manchester City to the British record transfer after coming second to the treble winners in the league." This is dreamland for Arsenal fans because not only do top players see Arsenal as a place where they can win the biggest prizes, but the club are actually willing to spend the money to get them. KSE are known for making big moves for their American franchises, but there's still a lot of criticism around their commitment to Arsenal. Since 2018, they have spent money, but they went deep in their pockets to make this Declan Rice transfer happen. It's the type of signing that says, "We're not here to take part, we're here to take over." Wow, that sounded way better in my head, and that was super lame. Anyways, Declan Rice is a transformative signing for Arsenal, and I cannot wait to see him in the famous red and white. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments, like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.